a bond because ever since you were just a little thing, I don't know, you were just so cute and we just always like got along, didn't we?
Yes.
And good, she still loves that, so.
Well, I went through a dinosaur and dragon route too.
I feel like we're still going through a little
I'm
bit
in
of the
it.
dino.
Yeah.
Oh,
we just got weighted dinos a few weeks ago.
Yeah. But, kind of going along with that and the school thing, it's like, there are still a couple of friends I have, and me and, like, Cyrena and all that, we still have a lot of creativity and joy left. It's just because we haven't let ourselves be brainwashed into what the system is trying to do to every kid. And so, I think, like, just some advice I want to say for any kid who is feeling like how we've felt through this, like, no individualism, just don't let them.
Don't give in.
Don't give in and
be your own person, and you
Yes.
stick with your morals, your beliefs, and what you want to do, because the only point of what they do in the schools is to brainwash you. It's to, like, get you into this little system, and you don't have to do that.
And
once you're out of high school, you have free choice.
And you can follow the rules. You should be a good, yes, yes,
right.
Exactly. You should do stuff that is good for other people as well as yourself, but you don't have to do everything that you're told if it doesn't make sense. Like, if it seriously doesn't do you or anyone any good, don't give in. Do what you're supposed to. Get through school. Like, it sucks, but it's really no harm if you just have to take some classes. It's just when teachers are telling you, you need to act this way, unless you're causing a huge disturbance, no, you do not. You are your own person, and you can tell them that. So.
Yeah, because I think individualism is so important. I'm learning that, like, one kid might react to a pat on the back in, like, a trusting way, an accepting way. One might shudder and, like, not like that. And, like, the littlest things, how everyone is so individualistic, and, like, we shouldn't be stamping that on these kids' perspective as a grandchild to just say, you know, kind of like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how loved or how close you were with him overall and Grandma Dream.
Not as close as I would like to be, and that's not on them or me. It's just kind of like, you know, we have our own lives and our own stuff, and with how big my family is, like, all of us, just, there's so many.
Yes.
It's not easy to, like, always be super close, which it's funny because I know we have very different lives when it comes to our grandparents. Yeah, because she's very close with hers. But
are you more of, like, an only child, or?
Oh no, I have a little sibling. I have a little sister, but we're both really, really close with our grandparents. Because they don't live far, they live down in Cat. But, me and my grandpa are like this. He's my homie.
That is rare. Yeah, that's
Well, it's
rare.
probably because of my daddy issues, too. Because my grandpa hates my dad. My dad, I haven't talked to him in, like, 3 years. But, just a text here and there. But my grandpa, on the other end, he took me to a lot of daughter dances. He would, like, fly out if I had, like, a school dance or something, and you had to bring, like, a parent with you. Like, he bought me my car, which I remember sobbing that day. But, no, he's so cool.
he's like your father figure. He's awesome.
So you guys met in middle school, and you're...
We met sophomore year.
Oh, not middle school. You went to different middle schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so, who had the better middle school? I meant to ask that.
I feel...
That's a really hard question, actually.
That is a hard question, because I love my middle school, but not for, like, the normal reasons.
Academic.
Not for the academic reasons at all. But I loved it because of the sense of community we had at our school. Like, you could hate someone, but when it came to, like, something happening to you or someone threatening you, everyone would band together and kind of help you out.
That's why I think her middle school is probably better, because...
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Over.
Our staff sucked, but our teachers
Oh, okay.
kind of helped with that. They were like the parents, and then we all were pretty much their kids. There were some teachers, do not get me wrong. I've tussled with some of them.
Yeah.
But in the end, I always got, like, a good report back or saying, like, they missed having me in class. And
Yeah.
I mean...
I definitely think your middle school was better community, because my...
Community-wise.
Yeah. Like, our curriculum was normal for, you know, a public school in Arizona, but,
Ours was definitely behind a little bit. We were the slow school.
yes, but you guys were, like you said, a good community. Mine was...
It's also because of the size of our middle school, because my middle school was way smaller than Cam's.
Sure.
It's...
They don't try to hide it.
No.
Oh, no.
Social media,
They think it's normal.
Okay.
And
Like, that's normal to them.
Yeah, and teachers also, like, because me and Cyrena had this one teacher, well, you had the teacher, and we would go eat lunch with her.
Hate that woman.
Yeah, she,
Ooh!
she talks bad about, like, the kids and the other students.
She
and
gossips a lot.
and tells us, like, all of the drama.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because, like, a bunch of teachers
that's weird.
It's weird. I'm like, we're kids. Like, you should be doing that to, like, your friends outside
There's
of school.
other
you know,
ways to
like,
get closer to kids than to gossip with them.
Yes, because, I don't know. To me, she, like...
She tries to...
That's weird.
It's weird. So now I know, like, so much more about all the teachers and staff at my school than, like, we should have originally.
Oh my gosh.
When it came to the kids, though, kids are going to be kids. Like, there's no point in gossiping. You're just as bad as us when you do that. I think things are especially bad in the school system when it comes to, like, kids retaliating. Because some of, like, a lot of the kids, including, like, people like me and Cam and some of our friends, we think like you do. We see it from the kids' eyes instead of just kind of going through the motions and listening to the teachers doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then it feels like they almost, like, well, they definitely try to. They, like, try and shut you up. And, like, that's how they suspend you or get you in trouble for that kind of stuff instead of, like, genuinely listening. Because they want that power instead of truly listening to what the kids have to say. Because we're not there to just flat out be rude to them. We're trying to let them know this is what you're doing wrong. We're the kids. We're the ones who have to come here and learn. Listen to us.
And when something doesn't fully accommodate to a teacher or any of the staff, it's like that kid who expressed opinion, they're automatically a problem child. And they need to be put on meds. They need to do this. They have ADHD. They're causing issues.
Sure.
And it's like, no, it's just, if there's a problem, there's usually a reason why, you know, like, you should be helping these kids instead of trying to shut them up, and our school is not doing great, especially not with the kids.
I feel like now that Mr. is gone, there should be some uplift in the school.
That's true.
Because some of the bad teachers are leaving too, thank God, but not enough. Like, and I feel like protests don't do anything, because we had a protest last year for a racial incident that happened, and nothing really got done. And it was a big thing. It was, like, on the news and everything, but...
We had almost the entire school have, like, a sit-in in front of the front office. The police came and everything. It was, like, a whole thing. They quite literally just wanted to silence us. We weren't even talking. We weren't saying
It was a silent
word.
protest.
Yeah, but they wanted to silence us even more and get us to stop. They were doing, like, everything and threatening, and it was just... You're not listening to the kids, and you're not understanding what's actually going on. And that's, like, what I hate about it is kids shouldn't be controlled. Like, yes, you should, as an older person who has gone through life, you should be there to teach them, you know, right from wrong and, like, the good things to do, but people are so different, and they learn different ways and feel different ways, and you have to be accommodating to that. It's like, not all kids are gonna want or can do exactly what another one does. You can't expect them to just be a perfect little society, because it's never gonna work like that.
Multiplying, dividing, whatever, that kind of stuff.
Right.
When it comes to, like, algebra and geometry and calculus, I feel like kids should have a choice in that and what they want to learn, because I'm going to beauty school. I'm not going to need algebra.
Like,
Exactly.
finance and have
Stuff
some
I'll actually
savings
need in the
and what
future.
I should invest in, like, let's
It's the government specifically is doing it just so the kids grow up and, like, oh, let's follow this. You have to do this, this, and this. You know, so it benefits them, but it doesn't help the kids' mental health or their creativity. Like, seriously, there's just no drive anymore for any kid that I know. Really.
And I don't remember who told me this. Might have been you, but someone told me, you know, like, when the school bells go off? Those were the same kind of bells that they used for kids who worked in labor factories, so that way they would know, like, when they need to get back to work or go to lunch. And I'm like, dude, we're not working in labor factories. Don't train us like it.
I'm curious how you guys feel about time. Like, a year, how long does that feel to you? Does it go by quickly now? Does it go by slowly?
I feel like it all depends on what you're experiencing throughout that time. Because I'm going to tell you, sophomore year felt like one of the longest years of my life, and it was really bad and really good.
Yeah,
so for me, it was like, it was just pretty drawn out. It was like a roller coaster. This year was recovery. This year was just trying to get through what you need to get through. And it went by very quick, but it also felt like horrendously slow at the same time. Like the time itself, it went by fast, but
we've talked about this a lot actually, and I agree with her because sophomore year for me, as well as her, was very up and down. As in, like, I was either having the best time of my life or the absolute worst. Wow. So, it's like hard for me to like really remember school past sophomore year. It felt like my whole life, but this year, it was a very laid back year. There's, you know, obviously some troubles and blah blah, but. But there was a lot of good and just peace amongst that too. Not even counting school. School was what made it feel a little bit longer. It's just like having to do the same thing over and over with the same people over and over every day. School is not for all people, and it's not for me. I know that for a damn fact. But it did feel pretty short though, and I feel like as I'm getting older, I don't know, I'm realizing a lot, and also, not that happiness is a choice, because sometimes I'd want to be happy all the time if I could, but the choice is yours to better yourself in any way that you can. So it's like,
try and be optimistic about stuff, because some horrible crap happened to me at the beginning of this year, but I chose to find better friends. I chose to try and figure out myself, and I'm okay.
Exactly. So sometimes you have to make the best out of a bad situation, whether that's school or home or anything.
And we all have to.
Yeah. If you just try and find the good in it, it does make things go by a lot quicker. And just as I'm getting older, I feel like that is like truly sinking into my brain more and more, because, you know, I'm maturing and all that. So I'm realizing, you know, being sad is,
the frontal lobe is developing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another good point. Like, any last words of advice to your younger selves, or like teenagers coming up in the world?
I had a lot of things to say to my poor younger self, because my younger self hated myself, because I was bullied a lot in middle school. I was the weird nerdy kid who was like kind of friends with everyone, but like I just gotta tell my younger self that it's not the end of the world. You have plenty of time left. Use that time wisely, because it's gonna be gone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I guess to my younger self and just all my friends and all other little kids is, don't try and grow up and mature super quick. I know everyone, like,
all of you do.
Everyone tells, because I got told that so many times when I was little, and I was like, I don't care, like, I want to be a teenager, because
I want to drive, I want to go do this and do that.
My best friend was 4 years older than me, and she was a teenager. I wanted to, you know, be like her. So if you're feeling like, oh, I hate that I'm little, no, being little is so fun and so amazing, because you still have so much ahead of you. And it's like, I know you're probably not going to listen, but like,
just slow down.
Just slow down and
take in the things
even
around
for
you.
Adults and teenagers, anyone of any age, slow down and take things day by day. Appreciate the good in every single day, and like, because in all parts of your life, I think there are amazing things to look forward to. Like, as a kid, you don't have any responsibility, and you can just kind of do what you want. Look forward to that and appreciate that. And as a teenager,
how fun is sitting at a job, guys?
It's not. Like, it's, you know, it's nice for us because it's something we have to do, and me and Cyrena are lucky enough to work a job together and have great managers, but some people don't have that. So we find joy in that because we got lucky for it, you know, but there are amazing things in every aspect of your life, and you just really have to nurture them, I guess, and love them for as long as you can, because at some point it's gonna go away.
Yeah, so. And I feel like I definitely was a kid who wanted to grow up pretty fast, and I know Cam kind of was. So for us now, I feel like we act like we're 4 all the time, because of course we want that kind of thing back, but we learn how to do it in a way of like just doing little things that we'd want for our younger selves. like buying those weighted dinos, or you're gonna be the person that you have to depend on. Make that person happy instead of constantly trying to please the other people around you.
Exactly.
Because in 4 to 5 years, that's not gonna matter.
No.
I need to start taking my own advice.
No, because honestly, I like that we're doing this because it's stuff you think about but not really get in depth. And when you hear it out loud, it's really true. Like, and I talk to you about everything.
At this point, we've had a conversation about this at least 5 times.
Yeah, but for me, like, personally, I love, majority of the time, this is like one of the first days I'm actually dressed feminine in a really long time, and I'm usually wearing, like, actual boys' clothes, and it's like, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I wish you could, like, feel comfortable feminine, but I'm usually not, and I feel so much prettier and awesome and great if I'm just wearing guys' clothes. But today, I felt pretty and I felt comfortable wearing feminine clothing. Yeah,
See,
I thought it was cute.
It's the opposite for me today, too. I'm wearing a baggy t-shirt, some shorts, and then I put my hair up. I'm usually the more feminine one out of the two of us.
Yeah.
Because I was planning on wearing a crop top or, like, throwing a little mini dress on and my sweatshirt. Today was not it today.
I love that you guys are being you, but we're all different.
Yeah. Well, and we really did swap because she's usually very, like, expresses very feminine energy and I express very masculine. We definitely switched today.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What about your skincare? You guys have, like, beautiful skin. Do you guys do all your skincare stuff together? Lots of masks.
Yes.
Honestly, when we're together, it's either we say we're gonna do it and like hours go by and we sack out,
and it's like,
or we end up having like a little girls' night. We do each other's makeup, wash our face, do masks together,
showers, all that.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
We're quite literally the inverted version of each other.
We always talk about that. We have, like, because we're such similar people, as in, like, because we realized, growing up, we were always the friend that loved the other friend more, and they would, take advantage of that. And so when we found each other, that really healed our inner child.
I love how we first met. It's so cute.
How did you first meet?
We were in environmental science class. It was the first day, and our teacher, Mr. Hartman, love him. He has really bad ADHD, so this man did not know what he was doing for at least the first 2 weeks of school.
Oh, no.
So everyone's just kind of looking around, like, to see if anyone knows what's going on. Thank God I did, because my friend who I had grown up with in middle school sat in front of me, and next to him was Cam, and
I didn't know either of them.
Absolutely terrified to talk to her. She's so pretty, intimidated the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
But then she turned around at some point and kind of gave me like a look on like, what are we supposed to do? And I just kind of shrugged. So I was like, hey, I know how to do it. Do you want the answers? And she ended up being in a group with me and my friend, and we had like this little family, the whole entire dysfunctional as crap.
Yeah,
but
after that, it was like we didn't spend like one day not talking to each other. And it's funny because I wanted to be friends. She was the first person I saw in that class. I wanted to be friends with her so bad because I thought she looked so fun, and so I thought she was so pretty, and I was like, oh no, what if she's mean to me, and it's like,
wow, you guys.
You never know what like one little comment will do for your life.
So no, because if I didn't take that class, my life would be taking a totally different route right now.
It's the smallest things that can change your life forever.
The butterfly effect?
Oh my gosh.
The butterfly effect is insane.
Yes.
Because if I didn't have you, like, my life would be so different.
I know.
Like, we didn't hang out at all last summer except for the last day of school.
Yeah, once.
Once. And then we ended up, she went through a breakup. I went through a really bad thing with my friend. That poor kid. I swear to God. He was framed for murder. That's a whole long story. But, we ended up bonding over the fact that we were going through a bad time. 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
But we leaned on each other, and we very quickly learned that we loved each other just as much as the other one loved the other. Boom. We literally, I don't think, have spent a singular day without each other since then.
And it's really nice to have that, and that's another thing for little kids watching is, like, it takes time to find those friends, because I've never had... I've never had a friend like Cyrena, and I've had people who I loved so much, but having someone who understands that you guys can have different love languages and have different personalities and still love each other with
your entire being.
Your entire being, you know, like, And having good people like that in your life who don't judge you, who understand you, who let you have other friends and personal time, but...
And definitely understand that we aren't perfect people.
No.
Like, any mistake that either of us have made, it's never been judgmental. Maybe a bit critical on each other, but we need that. We're a little too delusional
Sometimes we have to
for
be like,
our
okay,
age.
you can't be doing that anymore. But
it's never, like, personal. It's never mean.
It's all out
We
of love.
have never gotten into an argument ever.
No. And we
But the amount of time we spend with each other.
you would figure that we would have, like, started snapping at each other, because we really do hang out at least 6 times a week. So
6.5 at that.
and we work
at
together.
that point.
Go to
We
school
work together, go to school
Oh my
together,
gosh,
hang
you
out
are.
together. We do.
She even drives
everything.
me to work whenever.
Even if I don't work,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'll take you.
So when you find that person, to like anyone
Hang on to
watching,
that hoe.
yeah, don't take it for granted at all. Like, because it's so nice to have that. Someone makes you feel loved, genuinely loved, like not just because you love them. No.
Do you think that helped with your, like, feeling love for yourself?
Easily.
100%.
If you can ask him, if you would have talked to me sophomore year, thinking that I'd be wearing crop tops during the summer, or like going out and having fun with friends at like a concert or something, nope. My butt would have stayed in my room, read a book or two.
Yeah.
Like, I was a homebody
Yeah.
for a very long time. And then this
Wow.
dingling came along.
Yeah.
Little
Like,
Miss Chaos.
experience life with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Bisbee trips, I would have never expected my mom to let me go on a trip. She's like, okay, you're going with Cam. Might as well.
I don't know, when you find people who make you enjoy life again, it's like you find all the beauty in
Everything.
other people too. Even when those people are still the same, you've changed, and you can start to appreciate them for all the good things they have along with the bad. So she's definitely helped me, like, just become a better person in general and love being out. And
I've always been the friend to be like, yo, if you're going to go do something stupid, you know my phone number.
Yeah.
Like, call me if something goes wrong. I won't hesitate to come pick you up. Like, no judgment needed. I don't care if you're shit-faced, if you're about to
Right.
throw up in my car. Like, I just need, if it's a bad situation, let me know and I'll get you out of it.
she always just wants to help. And it's like, we've talked about this so much, like, I've never had a friend like that, where if something doesn't accommodate to them, they're not going to do it, you know, like, but she will.
Well, we will have, like, full-blown, like, of course joking, but arguments in the car about who's paying for what.
Yeah.
And it's not because, like, well, I want you to pay. No. It's,
It's the
I'm
opposite.
paying. No, you're not.
And then, you know, we always just kind of, like, buy each other things, like,
Yeah.
and vice versa, and, like,
When we get our paychecks, it's pretty much, it's gonna go to her or me.
yeah.
One of the two.
We're like an old married couple
At this point, yeah.
You guys are so cute, but it's like love and a friendship / true love.
Oh, yeah. I am so platonically in love with this
Yes.
chick.
Literally.
How I feel the future, just
See,
whatever happens.
we've had a conversation about this kind
Oh,
of thing,
yeah.
and it's probably
Good.
why I legitimately
Yeah.
can't get a boyfriend or girlfriend. Because she is, like,
Yeah.
my standards are her.
Yeah.
I've seen both of us blossom so much after spending time together. It's like, we treat each other so well that, like, if anyone is going to come into our
Good.
lives,
They gotta do the same
They gotta
thing.
do that or
Yes.
better. Like,
I love it.
My standards are held way... I don't even think it's just too high. I feel like that's the bare minimum.
Good.
and we shouldn't have to do the bare minimum.
No. It should be more than the bare minimum. Oh, yeah.
Like, and I'm dating someone, and she's
Perfect.
she's friends with
Oh.
her, so it's like,
Yeah.
You're like
Besties.
okay, I don't have to worry because we all hang out all the time.
Yep.
So it's never like,
Good.
in other friendships and relationships, it's like, I want to hang out with all of them, and one of them feels left out, one of them gets
Always.
drama, and
Yes. I love your friendship.
I feel like
Me
we're
too.
practically living together. We
Yeah.
sleep
We
in
do.
2 different houses.
Yeah.
sometimes.
You guys may as well be roomies and all that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
planning on it.
We're planning on it. We're going to beauty school together.
Aw.
We can take business courses together, moving in together.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Right.
You helped me, but you helped people. So.
This helped
Yay.
me too.
Yeah.
Honestly, just talking with you, like, it was nice, and
It's
Getting-
nice to know that there's an adult out there who, like, gets the kids.
that's why you're you are very important too. And I know you sometimes struggle with, you know, internal feelings and self-doubt, but you are
Trust me, you're
extraordinary
doing
person.
good.
You're also an amazing mother. I want you to know that. Like, because Ambria's going to have issues. I was her age when I was having issues too, and you are doing the best you can. Even just calling people and asking for help, like, that's more than enough. So, just know that you're
going to be just fine.
The fact that you're doing this is so amazing for so many, even just if Ambria wants to watch it, or
that's who inspired
anyone.
me.
Yeah.
It really
Adults,
was.
kids, whatever.